We're the bench boys, we're the bench boys, coming to you live. We're the bench boys, we're the bench boys, coming to you live. So why not plug in and listen to us, rant about our favorite teams. We could sit here and talk all day, but we got bills to pay. So for now, we're the bench boys, we're the bench boys, coming to you live. We're the bench boys, we're the bench boys, coming to you live.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the November 1st episode of The Bench Boys. What's going on? I'm here with Bert.
How's it going, everybody?
I am Jared. What's up? How's it going? There's been some pretty crazy games, honestly, going on the last week. I'd love to just start off with the craziness we saw with the Flames and the Nashville Predators last night.
I was going to say, do the Flames deserve to get talked about first with their start of their season?
I think it's very significant right now because of that.
But should we piss them off and make them wait till last?
I mean, we could if you want.
No, we can go for it.
I can't not talk about this right now, man.
I don't know who can't. So, like, it was the talk of the office everywhere today.
Oh,
Unfortunately, I had no time to talk to any. I was freaking busy, but everyone knows I'm a huge Flames fan. And
You were
they
thinking about it.
all wanted to stop by my office and
Yeah.
talk about it. I even had a note saying, come talk to me about the game. It's like, I don't have time on Monday, man.
Man, like everyone, if you have not seen that goal, you're living under a rock because, or maybe you're busy. If you haven't seen it, just do yourself a favor, pop on Twitter, pop on wherever, you're gonna see it. But this goal is out of control. Easily the favorite for goal of the year so far. Like, I don't even understand how you can shoot like that through your legs.
Well, so if we go through the physics, I'm just joking.
Yeah. Where's our... Yeah. Like, to get that much power off that shot as well, like, he's, like, at hash marks.
Yeah.
That's the furthest I've ever seen someone score. I don't think anyone's scored further with that kind of shot between the legs. And, like, the thing about it that's craziest to me is he literally has to shoot the puck like that if he wants to get a shot off there. There's a second and a half left at that point. If he wants to shoot that puck, the only other thing he can do, I've watched this thing way too many times just because it's so insane. The only other thing he can do is, he's a lefty, obviously. He's coming across from left to right. The only other thing he could do was take it, go around the D-man who's sliding in, and then like get like a backhander. Or like that's it. You have a second. And he just like decides, nah, I'm going to go through my legs to rebound this. Top shelf. What the hell? It's like wild, man.
I don't know. It was ridiculous.
I don't understand.
Now, to be completely honest, we didn't even watch the third period because we were so pissed off of the first two periods.
And this is like exactly what's going on with the Flames right now. This is like, this game could very well be TSN turning point of the season.
Hopefully.
For the Flames.
Whoever said something in the middle of that second intermission, what a difference, hey? Because the first 40 minutes, the Flames look like an AHL team.
So bad. The first like 15 minutes of the game was the worst and honestly,
They look like the 96 Flames.
the real rough days.
It was terrible.
Yeah, and you know what? Over the course of, I don't know, pretty much the whole season, that's kind of, it's been bleak, man, for the Flames. They have not played like they can. And right there, that was an example of exactly how they can play.
Yeah.
And like that third period is like trademarked over like the last, 3-4 seasons even, of these crazy Flame comebacks. And we have not seen any of that this season until last night. But like the third periods for the Flames, most games have been like, what is this? There's no pushback. Like, what happened to the never say die Flames? And then, boom, there it is, man.
Well, they were dead for a bit.
Yeah.
Like, they were dead.
Yeah, never say die. Never say we're not alive. I don't know.
They were dead. Like, nothing was waking them up. They just were not moving.
Yeah. And one thing about the Flames, like, Johnny is, like, driving me up a freaking wall, man. Like, I just don't want to see Johnny become a player who's so obsessed with himself and stuff that he can't play a team game. Because I've seen it so many times this year already. He's playing pretty well. But, like, when he makes mistakes or someone makes mistakes, if he's part of a play, I saw it last night. He was part of a play, I can't remember with who. I think it was, like, Jankowski or something on, like, a change rush. And, like, Janko made not the greatest play. He kind of screwed up. But, like, you can just see Johnny's body language. He's like, ugh. Like, what are you doing, man?
There's no room for drama queens on my team, in my opinion.
Seriously. I don't want to see that. Like, that kind of player makes me so mad.
It's going to be a long episode if we're going to talk about the same thing.
It's just like, I can't deal with that. It's so hard. But for him, he needs to, like, score.
Yeah.
And he rocked the post. Like, that would have been a really nice goal,
even
too.
in my opinion, this year, Johnny's been soft. You watch him when the puck gets dumped in slightly, or he has to go to a corner, or win the race to the puck. No. You can go in. I'm going to just grab his shoulder and try and poke it through.
Especially in the D zone.
How many times have he grabbed somebody's shoulder this season and tried to just poke the puck through?
But in a way...
He is small, I'll give him that, but there's different ways of doing it.
Oh, definitely.
Look at Braden Point.
Yeah.
He doesn't do that.
Well, look at a lot of small players in the league, right, who are feisty. Like, I can't really think of any off the top of my head right now, but, like, yeah, it's funny because I've seen him at times this year where he's been, like, in a game, and he's throwing his body around a little bit. He's, like, getting a little grindy. And you see him, like, rub someone out on the wall and get, like, win a battle. It's like, oh, that's what you do, Johnny. But that's like fucking 12% of the time.
That's pretty rare.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I don't know. For him, he's just got to get on the board in the scoring column. But, like, that was some kind of comeback, though. Like, what a third period. I've been waiting for that for all season. Like, the way to come back to, like, Quine ties it up at 4 with not even, or just over 3 minutes left, which is awesome that he got on the board too. He's looked really good.
That's true.
Good pass by Gio too. Nice vision. And then, yeah, just over a minute left, Watson gets his second goal of the game. And then with 40 seconds later, not even, Tkachuk ties it up. Like, that's exactly... No one does that as much as the Flames have done that lately.
No, absolutely.
Oh!
It's actually got a waterproof cover. It's okay.
Man down!
It's okay.
That's,
I'll be right back.
You need a second there, bud.
I didn't even see it there. For all the rest of you, I just spilled my pop. It's okay. It's okay.
All over the laptop. Save the laptop.
It's got the waterproof seal thing now,
Holy
so that's
fuck.
good.
It's a good thing you bought that.
We're going to cut over to Jared for now.
All right. Well, Brett gets that under control. I'll just talk by myself for a sec. Oh, man. Ladies and gentlemen, that's the number one...
Nothing better than live TV.
That's the number one mistake we've ever had on this podcast. I'll tell you that. Oh, man. What was I talking about? Oh, yeah, Tkachuk tying it up late. Oh, man. Yeah, but that was what a comeback by the Flames in that game. And Chucky, I was going to say this. I'll just kind of say it right now while I'm by myself. Chucky was like the only player in that game that I could tell was in it from the start, and literally the only one. Like, even Gio was making some mistakes last night which is not very characteristic of our captain. That was pretty interesting to see a couple fuck-ups by him. But Matthew Tkachuk looked dangerous from the beginning. There's like 2 plays in the first period where he's entering the zone and there's 3, literally twice. There's 3 Predators on him and he like makes a play. So he was pretty engaged early and you can tell, and like he was throwing his body around a bit. You can tell when Matthew Tkachuk's like engaged in a game, he's going to do something spectacular. So yeah, Flames, big comeback. Like I said, hopefully that can be a big catalyst for the games coming forward for the Flames because they needed that wake-up call and the team needed some kind of positivity to boost their morale a little bit, get the ship righted, and let's go. We popped into the second wildcard spot with that win last night. I'm sure it's a momentary spot for now. But, yeah. So, is it okay?
Yeah.
Holy fuck, that's gonna... Don't fucking drop it off the table now.
No, it's good. It's on the table.
Okay, podcast's over.
Game over.
That was so good. Man, just clip it.
That's why
Clip it. We're putting that on fucking Facebook and Twitter everywhere.
Blooper duper. What were we last talking about?
I was just kind of just saying how Chucky was like the only Flame I noticed in the first half of the game.
He was the only NHLer on that lineup, I think, that night.
Oh, yeah, like...
The rest were called up. Because I didn't remember seeing any of them play that shitty before.
Exactly. Like, I was saying, even like Gio was having a couple cough-ups and shit. One caused a goal. It was like...
I was going to say, when Brody makes Gio look normal, that's a bad sign.
Yeah. And honestly, Brody
He played a little bit better,
terrible,
but they like were
which
on
is
still a
surprising.
shitty level.
Yeah.
It wasn't amazing.
But, you know, I'll give him a free pass on that one. He's allowed to do that every once in a while. And we won the game, so...
Well, you know, captains are allowed to break their finger and take 2 weeks off.
Apparently.
They're allowed to have breaks, you know.
I guess you got anything else left to add for the Flames?
That is the only good thing they've done in the last 11 games. So, unfortunately, we have to move on.
It's definitely the highlight of the season so far. But yeah, I'm if anyone can top that goal of the year, I can't wait to see it because that's going to be a hell of a goal to top that. So hell yeah, Chucky. Doughty, he can play hockey pretty well, just so you know, bud. I'm pretty sure he's better hockey than you. So
Hey, just wait. The next time the Flames play LA, Doughty's going to make
Doughty will probably get a fucking hat trick. And
it'll be some kind of overtime winner through his legs, and then he'll go skate right past Chucky.
can you imagine? He got the last overtime winner against us too.
Yeah.
That's funny. Oh my God, I just was looking at the NHL website and Washington is up 4-0 against Buffalo and they're like halfway through the first period. Holy shit.
Oh, that's okay.
I wonder how many points Carlson's got.
6.
6 out of on 4 goals, he has 6 points.
You can get an assist and a goal starting today.
He has 0 points. Interesting. Whoa. Who's scoring here? Sorry, I'm getting distracted here, but like I
We're
guess
live.
Verana, but like you know, anyways, whatever. I guess speaking of Washington, they just how about that whole Ovi thing on the Leafs?
Oh yeah,
That's
that
funny,
was pretty
eh?
funny.
It's so he said that before the game, which is pretty funny as well. Basically saying they can't play the way they are if they want to win the cup,
Yeah.
basically, or do anything in the playoffs, which is completely legit. And Leafs, I don't think you should even get mad at that. Like Matthew's comments after the game was kind of funny, and it was like taking jabs at like, oh well, you guys like lost in the first round or second round or whatever all these times. It's like, yeah, dude, that's why he's telling you guys this, because he went through this already. Ovi was not who Ovi is now 5 years ago.
No.
Not even close. Until Barry Trotz was their coach, Ovechkin basically, I don't want to say like the same mentality as some of the Leafs and the younger Leafs, but you can definitely see some of those traits. Like Ovi was kind of a selfish player.
At the start,
Yeah.
for sure.
Right?
Then he turned into like assist machine in the middle.
Well, and
then he turned into Mr. Dominant.
then he
goal
turned
scorer.
into like Mr. Captain, friggin' best
Leader,
scorer in the
yeah.
league.
Yeah, I'll stand up
Right?
for anybody.
He went through stages. So like Toronto, you should fucking take note of what he's saying, man. The guy is one of the best players to grace the ice in the NHL.
Yeah, anyone to like think he's coming in there and bashing you guys, he's honestly not. He's giving his honest answer. Sometimes people hate honesty, but
Yeah.
he's given an honest answer to a question that he was asked.
Mhm.
From a leadership role, great answer.
Yeah, and they should take note, man, because they could learn something from him because he's exactly like I already said, like he went through all of this crap already. But
Yeah.
the Maple Leafs are in tough right now. I don't know. I kind of wish Tyler was here. I did want to talk about
Tyler's kind of here. He's kind of here. You know, he's up there.
Hi, Tyler.
Look, we can make him smile. Where is it?
He's kind of already smiling. What the
See, Tyler's there. Make him smile. We can make him look fearless. Yeah, we can talk about the Leafs. He can freak out. I know there's a kiss in one.
Tyler.
We can do lots of fun stuff with him, but for today, he's kind of here. He won a stupid trip to show that we're not invited to.
Yeah,
So
he's at what's it called? One Weekend Only in Banff. Lucky bastard. But yeah, I wanted to talk to him about this Ilya Mikheyev guy. I have no idea who this guy is, but he's tied for rookie lead in points. And then there's this other guy, Trevor Moore. Like I don't know these guys, but they're doing pretty well and they're rookies, so that's a good sign for the Leafs.
yeah,
This guy's
that you need Tyler for that. He would know.
exactly.
Shit.
He's got 4 goals, 6 assists though, +7. Like, it's pretty good, man. I did want to talk about like this rookie class though. Like, there's some interesting stuff going on. The 2 out of the top 4 that are tied for the lead in the points race are both rookie D-men, with Cale Makar and Quinn Hughes.
Oh,
And we've talked about on Offside by a Mile, our Hockey Podcast Network podcast. We're covering the Colorado Avalanche, and like Cale Makar is a freaking beauty. He's gonna have a hell of a year. Like, but also Quinn Hughes, man, he's freaking shown his bro up pretty good this year.
that is very true.
And Vancouver is something to take note of this year.
So is there anything really wrong to say about Vancouver right now? Like
There's really not much.
yeah,
Like, they are playing a hell of a system right now.
like Flames, take note.
Man, look at the Pacific. Like, Edmonton's in first, Vancouver's in second.
It's very weird to see all
What?
that. Hey,
What is going on
Yeah.
here? Friggin' ass backwards here.
it's good.
Vegas
water.
is, good water. Fucking. But like Vegas is in their like normal spot where I thought, and Calgary's coming back up now, which is good. I think that game helps them a lot going forward here. But like Vancouver and Edmonton, this is crazy, man. And like I'm still waiting for Edmonton to fall down here. I don't know if it's gonna happen.
Now, I am kind of expecting Vancouver to be somewhat decent this year because of how they pushed last year,
Mhm.
and they got some decent. They upgraded a bit this year, so I expect them to be a little like better.
Oh yeah.
Edmonton, I think everyone's expecting them to be better for 10 years. Unfortunately, it's this year, which sucks.
I mean, it wouldn't be hard to be better than their last 10 years.
Yeah, yeah, that's true.
It's been like the worst stretch in Oilers history.
Yeah.
But like, damn, Draisaitl, is a beast. It's funny, like a couple days ago, I was saying, well, I guess the Oilers did not overpay Draisaitl because he is worth every damn penny of that contract right now. Him and McDavid are just like on fire. And
Like-
it's crazy.
Oh man, it's crazy. There's like all these stats coming out. I gotta find one of them now. That nobody scored this many points in the first
yeah,
I
like
think
line
11
mates or whatever.
games as line mates since Gretzky and Messier.
Mm-hmm. It's some pretty decent company.
Yeah,
They've been. I mean, and then you look like James Neal, man. He has 11 goals. He's tied for league. What? What did I say? League. Did that make sense? I
yeah,
don't
pretty
know.
much.
Hopefully I said it right.
Yeah,
But like, yeah. Or no, sorry. He's one off league lead, which is
Oh.
Draisaitl Pasternak. But like, seriously, that's insane.
now me and you definitely expected him to be better in Edmonton because it's a different system and he fits better there
Yeah.
compared to Calgary.
Yeah, we've
But
talked
He's
a lot.
doing a little bit better than I thought.
Well, like, honestly, this is actually he is outperforming, I think, anybody's expectations, even like what his expectations would have been last year. Like coming in, like I don't think anybody would have thought, oh, this guy could be like on pace for like 40 goals.
Well, I didn't know Neil could laugh until he was on the Oilers.
That's another thing too, right? Like, obviously, he just didn't fit in well in like every facet.
Yeah. Well, he came in and got the Brouwer spell. So
It's just the that's the way Calgary picks up older players. They play really good, then we bring them in. We're like, oh yeah, this veteran could help us
have
out.
some money and do nothing for
Like
us.
like Coda Leak. I don't know if y'all remember that one. Oh, like what's the other one that was like right at the same
Oh, there's
time?
lots.
Higgins,
Yeah.
Chris Higgins. Fucking useless.
You could even say Yager, but he got injured. So what did he play? 5 games.
Yager was kind of special too. We didn't really spend very much money on him or anything, so
which
it
is
was like.
true. Well, we spent a lot of money on him for 5 games.
And honestly, having Yager there, even for that limited of time, probably like was pretty cool for everybody on the Flames, and they probably learned some shit from him.
Oh, yeah.
So, like I remember actually, like he was talking a lot with Chucky. I remember, and like in practice, there was always those clips of him like trying to like you could tell he's giving him little tips and oh yeah, like this is what I would do. I got totally sidetracked. What the hell are we talking about? Oh yeah, Neil.
Oh, right.
Yeah. So I don't know. The Oilers are doing well, and obviously their goaltending's holding up too. Like Koskinen,
They've been blocking a lot of shots this year too.
Yeah.
So.
you can definitely tell they're playing a lot more of a team game, and finally maybe buying into like playing as a freaking unit,
Yep.
not like McDavid can deal with it all. Whatevs.
Yeah. Exactly.
He'll get 4 points tonight. He gets pretty much 2 points every night.
He'll win it for us. Why wouldn't he?
Buy in, and they are, man. So, but yeah, Vancouver's been crazy too, and like, Quinn Hughes, he's got 10 points. 8 of them are on the power play, and the dude is quarterbacking the top power play on that team, and their power play is pretty lethal. Like they got some pretty big weapons on that team now, and everyone is taking a step forward. That's what I've noticed with Vancouver. Is no one's really having a setback, and everyone's grown. Like Besser looks better. Horvat looks better. You know, he's got the C.
Yep.
That whole team, they have a very solid foundation now going.
Yeah, well, just watching Horvat get that captain with the video when they announce it, everyone in the room looks like super happy. They go up and give him, their little handshake, love taps, whatever they
Yeah.
do. But everyone did something. There was nobody that just walked by and didn't say anything. There wasn't anybody that just came up and said congrats. Everyone did something. It looked like they wanted him to be the captain. He deserved it.
Guaranteed. And you could tell, like, and that was most of like the mantra around it, and like all the rumors was he's probably gonna get it. And it totally makes sense. He's like the heart and soul player, right?
Yeah.
It's like you could have argued that other players could have got it, but he's like the most heart, soul, two-way player on that team. So, and then like Pedersen's looking like a beauty. They have so much young talent. The one thing I could see happening to Vancouver this year that could hurt them would be getting hurt. If some of these big guns start getting hurt, like what's happening to Colorado, if like 2/3 of their top line go down, what happens then? Because
That's true.
that's the one thing about Vancouver that I don't trust is that depth. And you could see it like preseason, man. Like you look at some of their people on the bubble, it's worse than a lot of other teams' bubble, in my opinion.
No, it's true.
So hopefully, for their sake, that they don't have crazy injuries, but that's something to keep in mind because they've basically had none so far. Am I right? Except for Ferkland, I guess, going
I
down.
was just gonna say, I think.
Yeah, Ferland just got injured, I think. It was after like a fight too. I know me and Tyler were talking about this. I think it was after a fight or something. But he's a little injured right now. Whatevs.
Well, and Pedersen's on fire too. With 12 games, he's got 4 goals and 14 assists.
Yeah.
With 18 points plus 6. Like,
clearly not having a sophomore slump.
yeah.
The guys that we saw it all last year, and I saw this coming. This guy is going to be at least top 10 player in the league. Like this guy is magical.
And I end up, to be honest, watching more Vancouver games than I normally do just because of him.
Well, they're so much more exciting.
Yeah.
Right? Like so much more exciting than they've been, except for like the Sedin twins. There was limited excitement.
Watching a highlight reel goal live is nothing compared to watching it after. Like when we watch Kachuk score between his legs live, like that's unbelievable when you're watching it live.
Yeah.
Watching it on a highlight's different, right? So it's nice watching Vancouver live with Pedersen because you don't know what he's gonna do.
Yeah. And it's nice to see, not just highlights of goals and stuff.
Yeah,
it's to
'cause you
see
can
their game or play by play.
Yeah, you can watch the whole game and
Yeah.
watch each shift and see what they
Exactly.
do. And it's why did they get 3 goals that game? Well, they were on fire that game, and you can see why.
Yeah. Like what was their last game? It was, and I know that Pedersen and Quinn Hughes, I'm pretty sure they lit someone up.
Vancouver was 5-4 LA.
Oh,
Or
right.
5-3, sorry, LA.
LA. Oh, God. They are so bad.
Not versus the Flames, though.
Yeah. Fuck off, Doughty, okay? But, like, that team is garbage. Like, them and Ottawa. They're the most garbage teams in this league right now.
You're probably talking about the Panthers. They pumped the Panthers 7-2.
Yeah, that's
On
the one I
Monday.
was thinking about.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they killed it. I think Pedersen had like a goal and 3 assists or something.
Oh, yeah, it wouldn't surprise me.
Don't think I've ever wanted to talk about Vancouver.
Usually we don't.
But like they're making a little bit of a statement here, so good for them realistically, because as much as I hate Vancouver, I don't like seeing Canadian teams struggle.
Yeah,
It's like Ottawa right
that's
now.
true.
It's just such a headache, and they're so bad. But like Vancouver was trending in the wrong direction for a few years there, and it looks like they're turning it around, which is good because I like watching good rivalry games, and we need to spice the Pacific Division up more when it comes to Canadian teams.
Yeah.
Because like, damn, it's been a struggle to get a Canadian team into the playoffs, except for last year's kind of an anomaly
But
because
go
the
deep
Flames
into the
killed it.
playoffs. Yeah.
And that too, right?
Who's gone deep into the playoffs?
Like no Canadian team in a long time
It was, who was the last team? Was it Ottawa?
to get to the final.
Yeah.
Was it Ottawa? Yeah, probably is. Is it actually that long? What was that, 2005 or something? 2006?
8?
I don't know. Yeah, that would be the last Canadian team to get that far. Last year would have been second round for the Jets.
Yeah.
That's sad. And the Jets, I don't know. Okay, so speaking of the Jets,
Yeah.
the fucking Bufflin shit.
Oh yeah, I saw what you guys were talking about, but I didn't fully hear, so I want to hear about this.
So he's getting ankle surgery now. Like, the fuck is going on, man? So you're like not, or you're rethinking everything. am I going to play this season? They don't even know. He doesn't even know if he's going to play. Doesn't go to training camp. Blah. Okay, cool. That's September. Cool. Then comes out later, okay, his shit's not looking good. He might not sign. Now it's like middle of October. Week and a half later, oh, Bufflin's getting ankle surgery. Why the hell are you waiting this long to get ankle surgery, dude? If you needed ankle surgery, why aren't you doing this in the off season? Like, I don't even understand what's going on with that. Like, that's just mind-boggling.
Well, that is really weird. My only thing that comes first thing to mind is maybe he was out of shape, like Tyler's been saying, when he showed up at camp. He decided after a month he wants to play. He's trying to get hard back into shape, and he did something stupid.
Yeah, that could be it. Because I haven't seen anything like
other than that,
happened.
sitting on the couch for the last 2 months and then being like, I need ankle surgery. Why wouldn't you go on long-term IR and get paid? Because I'm pretty sure he's not getting paid right now for his leave. I don't think you get paid for your leave if you ask for a leave.
I don't know. I don't know about that.
Why would they pay you if you're literally doing nothing for the team?
But like they gave him the permission to do that.
He asked for the permission because you're under contract and it's like a job, right? Yeah. I can't go to work and be like, I want 3 months off with pay. Yeah. They won't do that. They'll be like, okay, you have to take this time off without pay. It's a leave of absence.
Yeah, I don't know.
So it's probably an LOA. But he asked their team for permission, and they were like, "We grant you the time off, figure it out, but you probably don't get paid."
That could be the case,
in my opinion.
But that's just like, what a headache, man. It's just like there's such a lack of information in this.
That's really weird.
It's like,
did they say what ankle surgery? Like, is it just ankle surgery?
I don't know. That's all I saw. So I'm not 100% sure exactly the details of it. I don't know. It's just hurting the Jets too, man. And it's such a distraction. It's just weird. Like, how have we not had a fucking interview with Dustin Byfuglien yet?
I'd say, Bob McKenzie, what are you doing?
Like, anybody fucking interview. Like, is he saying no to interviews or something too? Because, like, I think it's stupid. There's no information. It's like fucking pro sport. How do we not have any information of what the fuck's going on here? It doesn't make sense to me. It just frustrates me because I'm just watching my Jets fucking shit the bed with shitty D-men and picking up fucking players off waivers and shit that they would have never thought that they would be picking up to like try and replace some of these D fucking men that are going down and Byfuglien's doing his shit. It's like, so if you're getting ankle surgery, when are you going to be back? Or when are you going to be ready to play if you want to play? It's like another month, right? Usually it's like, what, 2 to 4 weeks for any kind of surgery to heal up? Especially like an ankle?
Well, ankle, that's what I'm thinking. There's no way you're walking in 4 weeks. Okay,
well, like,
walking, yes. But running and sprinting and stopping.
You'd have to go through some PT for that,
you
for
ain't
sure.
doing no ladder drills in 4 weeks.
Well, you ain't doing crossovers and full heavy Byfuglien leg freaking.
You ain't doing triple axles in 4 weeks. I'm telling you.
Seriously, though.
Canadian.
So that's an interesting developments going on there. I don't really understand it.
I did not. Yeah, I saw you guys were talking about it, but I didn't actually read about it.
Yeah, it's ugh. And the Jets, like, I don't think they're making the playoffs this year. I remember I said that earlier when we found out all this D-man crap. But, like, man, how do they keep up with what's going on in that Central, too? Like, these teams in the Central they're better. They're way better. Colorado, Nashville, St. Louis, are better than the Jets. And then you look at what Dallas is doing now with their big comeback against the Wild. Their 5-goal third period. Another crazy comeback. That's 2 crazy comebacks in like the last week. Craziness. I'm not going to doubt if they go on a tear now. Dallas is fucking talented. They got a lot of good players. Everyone was like, why is Dallas garbage right now?
Well, we were watching the baseball.
Yeah, whatever the fuck they're doing.
Everyone's sitting on the bench going, yo, did they get a run? Did they get a run? Like, change. Be like, oh, I gotta go.
So
that's my excuse for that.
Like Radulov woke up. He
woke
woke up in that game.
Scooby-Doo.
Radulov woke up. And then like it's just weird to see that team like they started 1-7-1. It's like what the fuck you doing? But now they're 4-1 in their last 5, so not going to be surprised if they start climbing here and they're 1 point back of Winnipeg. Winnipeg's fucked. I don't know how. Basically, their goal in this year is to score as much as they fucking can.
Oh, I thought you were going to say their goal is to get the #1 draft pick.
Oh, well, fuck. If you're going to not make the playoffs, that just might as well. Make your odds as good as possible. Nah, don't throw the season.
No,
It's too early for that. I haven't even looked at like the draft class coming up. I got to do my research in a little bit here, like a month or two. Really figure out the next cream of the crop because I don't really know. I think it's not this draft class, but the next draft class is that crazy dude from Cole Harbor. The next crazy dude. I think he's 16 right now.
Oh.
I can't remember his name. He's supposed to be a spicy meatball, though. But yeah, Dallas, they're turning things around. Could be interesting. See what they do. Mix up that Central a little bit. I think Central is going to... It's crazy because Nashville actually has the most goals scored per game in the league. Isn't that weird to think? When did this happen to the Predators? They used to be team defense, man.
It's true.
But they are a surprisingly deep team. This Yarncroke guy, you see some of the 2 goals he scored?
I was going to say that was 2 days ago? 3?
Yeah, it was the game before the Flames, I think.
Oh,
It's
right.
like-
So we have to be 3.
It's like, oh my God, dude. Oh, no. It was the Flames game. He scored both the shorthanded goals, didn't he? Or he
Oh.
assisted. I don't know. Anyway, this guy is a good player, and I think he's playing on third line. Anyway, Nashville, they're scary, man.
Keep it up, Nashville.
Yeah, they're a scary team.
Did you hear that Nashville has overtaken the city? Guess what the #1 sports team in the city is now?
Is it the Preds?
It's the Preds.
That's not necessarily surprising because they know what they're doing with that organization.
Is the Tennessee Titans not there? Like the NFL team?
I don't know, actually.
I need to look this up real quick.
Because
yeah, they were talking about this actually on XM, and I was like, "What are you guys talking about?" And then I was like,
do they have a? They don't have an NBA team, do they?
"I'm gonna find out."
Yeah, because that's Tennessee. They have an MLB team? They got to have an MLB team somewhere in there. This is my knowledge of other sports. 0. Other than like MMA, but people don't fight for a team. Really.
That's true.
But yeah, St. Louis is coming out of their funk too. They had a weird funk to start the year. That's what we were talking about in our other podcast.
They had a
like,
little bit of hangover, like cup hangover.
at least they have a bit of an excuse. Still not at this point, but they're starting to turn it around because past 10 games, I don't believe in that hangover. If you're playing bad, then you're bad. Or you're playing bad. But St. Louis they're going to be good too. Binnington's showing he's not a fluke. Playing some pretty good hockey as well.
Yeah, Tennessee Titans, Nashville. Is Memphis?
Memphis, Tennessee, yeah, right?
Yeah, the Memphis Grizzlies.
Oh, right, yeah, so, yeah. So is that they're the most popular franchise in Tennessee?
Yeah, in Tennessee, they said.
Nice. Hell yeah. Man.
Oh, and they've had 164 consecutive sellouts at home. They showed that in the second period of the Flames game, actually. And I
Holy
was
shit.
shocked by that.
Fucking A, man.
So 41 home games a year. I'm doubting they count.
It's like 4 years then.
Well, would they count playoff games?
Probably.
So there's probably
I don't know if they would count that, actually. I guess it depends if they said regular season or not.
Yeah, that's a good question.
Either way, man.
It's almost 3 seasons.
Well, like if you don't sell out,
Or-
if you're selling out regular season games, you're selling out playoff.
Yeah,
games.
it's true. So it's about 4 seasons, and like every seat sold, and the house is packed.
What'd you say? 164?
Yeah, it was like 164.
Yeah, it's like exactly 4 seasons then
Yeah.
straight. Fucking A.
which
Good
is-
job.
Yeah, really impressive.
They're-
Now, again, I preach about experience. That's what I do for everything I do. It's about the experience.
Mm-hmm.
You go to Vegas, you get one heck of a cool show inside the building.
Yep.
I've never been to Nashville, but it's on my list, and I may go next year. I've heard it's one
Mhm.
heck of an experience.
Oh man, you could tell. Like, dude, they're hilarious too. I remember when they first started doing the goalie chant.
Oh
It's
yeah,
like
in
these
the
fucking
playoffs.
guys. That shit is awesome.
Yeah,
I fucking love that. They are hilarious.
you love it until you play them in playoffs.
Maybe in playoffs because it's 10 times louder. But man, it was loud last night.
It's true,
In that Flames game, every single time they scored. Reddick, you suck. It's all your fault. I see that 3 times. So good, man. That's like, and you could tell that atmosphere in that building is rocking, man.
Yeah. Now, hopefully, they weren't like 5-year season ticket deals, and we have one season left, and then everyone's gone.
Yeah.
But I doubt it.
No.
They've really turned it around there. That whole city's turned it around, to be honest.
Yeah.
It was their downtown, apparently, from hearing from a lot of
Oh, yeah.
people, was boarded up, not the nicest place, and then just boom, came all back. So
Sick.
yeah, props to all you guys down there.
Yeah. Yeah, Nashville, yeah, we've talked about going there for a game. That'd be fucking epic. I think that'd be a hell of a time. And like we've talked about like how it's cool they have like they have like a house band or whatever.
Yeah, in the
Yeah.
second intermission.
It's
First
fucking
intermission
solid.
they do something else, I'm pretty sure, but what
Way to be different.
I went to Toronto and they do absolutely nothing in the intermission.
Right. Yeah, you and Tyler were saying that. That's so weird.
Nothing.
Yeah, what kind of
Well,
NHL arena doesn't have like
Yeah.
intermission stuff?
Toronto.
Yeah. That's like the place you would least expect that to happen.
Well, it costs so much money and Toronto doesn't have much.
They have a shit ton of money. They have like the most money in the fucking league.
Yeah.
Them in New York.
Well, they gave a lot of jerseys and shirts and stuff away all night, but I was
Right.
surprised by no entertainment
No
in the
en-
intermissions, nothing.
Not a lot of fan engagement then. Like that's odd. I feel like they're missing out on that. Imagine, I don't know, you could do so much.
Now,
It's crazy.
also sitting there thinking in that game, how many of these people come here 41 games a year?
Probably not many
Not many in
because
Toronto.
it's fucking hard.
It's hard, it's expensive.
Yeah, if you want to be a season ticket holder, holy fuck, you're paying up the ass.
Yeah.
And like,
Like in Calgary, you got people here like, thank you for coming to 14 straight seasons, Susie J.
yeah,
And you're like, you went to 14 straight seasons every game? That's nuts.
yeah,
Or 25 seasons every game. You're like, whoa, you wasted a lot of money. Because there was a lot of bad seasons. But I don't think you're going to see someone sitting there for 10 straight years, like 410 games.
yeah.
I don't see that happening in Toronto.
I don't know. I bet you.
Because even if
I
you,
bet you there's
even
some
if you missed a
people.
game, you could make bank on your ticket.
Well, that's the thing too, right? Like, you can sell those tickets for a
You can buy season
heap.
tickets and sell them all year and make bank.
Especially like some of the big draw visitor teams, like Pittsburgh or something. Be
When
like,
it's
boom.
when it's like $300 a ticket to sit in the second bowl, row 3, it's expensive for the first bowl. I'm assuming.
It's like fucking double the price of the dome.
Yeah,
Because the dome's usually like what 160 or something for second bowl.
yeah, 180,
Close to the
160,
front, yeah.
200, 210.
Yeah. Hopefully the new arena isn't crazy. It's pretty ways away anyway.
Yeah, it's no choice.
How nice is it this year that we don't have to fucking talk about that anymore? Last year we were just like going through all the phases of like the mayoral election in Calgary and how they're fucking dipping their nose in our business. Don't fucking get in our political business, Flames, you fuckheads. We're all mad at the Flames, and then we're mad at the government. Fuck, that was annoying. Glad that they got that done. Fuck, what else?
Um,
When sensitive teeth hurt, you want the pain to stop fast.
Oh, Sorry.
I was like, I don't think that was me.
Sorry, just we got a commercial break here from Colgate.
This is a blooper show.
Yes, seriously. I forgot I wasn't muted. Man, what else? Like, I wonder what is this game still 4-0? We talked about Sabres when it was me and you last time. They haven't slowed down at all either.
No.
It's crazy. And I remember in years past, like last year, I remember
They'd be done, like, crashing a bit by now.
well, like, and I was always talking about like how they're always playing under their expectations. Like that team should have been good 2 years ago, realistically.
Yep.
And it looks like they're finding their way now. They're losing 4-0 right now after one, but like Eichel's been a champ. He's always been a champ anyway. Dahlin has really come into his own. No sophomore slump for that dude either. Which is, honestly, if there was anyone that I would predict to have a sophomore slump, it would have been him. Because being a D-man and being a smaller D-man and like having that kind of skill puts a magnifying glass right on you. And it's pretty easy to get a small guy off his game.
Yeah.
And fucking crank him.
Do you think that the start of this NHL season compared to the last 5 is the best?
How do you mean?
Just by how it came out right out the door pretty quick. It's been pretty entertaining right out the door. Where some of the games at the start of the season, it is hard to watch.
It's hard to say just because of recency, but I see what you're saying.
Like
There's been some really good games.
Like
early
right out
on.
the door, there's been some playoff games. Like
Yeah.
on the weekends, right out the first weekend.
And that was even like we were talking about preseason too. Like there's some really
There
good.
was a couple preseason games that
games.
were pretty hard hitting
Yeah.
and like good games.
I
'Cause
see what you mean.
I went
Like,
to a lot of preseason 2 games before this. I didn't go this year to the actual Flames, and I watched a lot of games.
mhm.
I thought right out the door, the Flames were going like every team was just going, and then there was like playoff feeling games already on Saturdays.
Yeah.
Where that usually doesn't happen, in my opinion, till later on, like December-ish, and then everyone cools down a little bit, and then it goes hard January.
It's what's most interesting to me is how the changes the league has made in the last 3-4 years has actually worked to increase offense.
That's true.
And it's increased by a
Maybe
lot.
that's just why it seems so much faster. Because of the
Everything's more
changes.
exciting now, right? High scoring games are so much more exciting, obviously.
Well, when the NHL came out like 10 years ago, and they were like higher scoring games, they wanted like what were they saying? What was their minimum? I can't remember. 6 goals, 7 goals a game, or something. No, multi-digit goal games. That's what they said. So like 10 goals total, so 6-5.
Yeah.
It's super entertaining. People want to see it.
Yeah.
Now, if you actually go back to the outdoor game real quickly in Calgary, with the Jets on the Heritage Classic, which we
Yeah.
didn't even talk about.
Pretty sure the boys talked about it last week. That's why I wasn't really going to talk about it.
Yeah, you're right. They did. They had all that stuff up for celebrations. So when the Flames scored, there was fire.
Yeah, and they played, yeah.
When the Jets scored, it was their white smoke like in their building.
Yeah.
The Flames went off once, and the white smoke went off twice.
Yeah.
It's just a better experience to have all that stuff go off 5 times.
Yeah. I think it's pretty hard, depending, I guess. There has been some higher scoring outdoor games.
When you go to but when you go to a Flames game and it's like a 1-0 game and they scored, it's literally 0-0 going into overtime, and then they score in overtime and it's 1-0. You're like, oh yeah, there's fire.
Oh, yeah, like it just doesn't happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But when they score 6 times, you're like, woo, and you have that burn on your face all night. It's like,
Yeah.
You're having a good time, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, like
There's a
you
whole
want
bunch
to hear that
adds on to
buzzer.
it. Yeah.
You want to hear it a lot more than once a game or 3 times a game or whatever.
Now look at a lacrosse game. Every time the whole time it's a party, but every time they score, it's like a bigger party.
Yeah.
And there's only it's like 14-5. Now I'm not saying hockey should ever get to that.
If it does, that would be
That's ridiculous.
shitty to be a goaltender.
Because they're gonna take away their glove and then put a glove in their stick, and then
You have to use a player mitt.
yeah. But it's
Reduce the blocker by 50%.
yeah, you want scoring, and that's what Bettman was basically saying 10 years ago was scoring causes better excitement.
And remember, like, most people were like, "What the fuck are you talking about?"
I was one of them.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to get. I was literally one of those people going,
Yeah.
"Shut up."
Yeah.
Like I
the
hate,
game's fine.
I love how tight it is and all this kind of stuff and
Physical and gritty and
yeah.
yeah.
Well, it's completely different from 15 years ago now.
Look how fucking more entertaining it is now.
It is more entertaining.
Oh, it is
Yeah.
way more entertaining. And honestly, too, I know that fights have dropped a bit, but there's still been some good fights this year.
Yeah.
And there's been some big tilts.
Some
and-
games you would go to, literally the only highlight of the game that you got super excited about was one fight.
Yeah.
Like there was games I used to go to in like the early, like 98, 99, and you wouldn't hear anybody cheer all game.
Yeah.
You could hear a pin drop in
Especially
that
for the
building.
Flames.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
In the Calgary, because that's
Yeah.
where I've seen the most games.
Yeah.
You could literally go to a game and drop a pin and hear it.
Yeah.
You could hear the players yelling at themselves on the ice and on the bench. That doesn't happen nowadays. There's always
It's a good thing
something
you'd hear
going on.
Johnny every shift.
Yeah. Oh, you hit my hand.
What the fuck, guys?
Oh.
I actually still hear it on the
Can you
broadcast.
stop playing so hard against me, please?
Raph, what the hell?
Raph, he
He
won't
slashed
let me
me.
shoot. He won't let me shoot, Raph.
I love you, Johnny.
Raph, he hit my brand new laces on my skate. He cut it.
I gotta go change my laces now.
Ah, my good luck laces.
Oh, man.
I could do this all night.
We did a full circle there. Oh, man. But yeah, you know, like, I don't really know what else to talk about tonight, but I just know Boston has a fucking amazing first line.
Oh, Boston's on fire. There's lots we could talk about tonight. But
Talked about the most significant things I wanted to talk about anyway.
how long have we even?
Oh, yeah, I did want to mention this and just.
Oh, it's been 51 minutes.
Huh. Okay. I guess we have talked for a while. Just because I think it's funny. Just so everyone knows, as of right now, Tampa Bay is not in the playoffs. What the fuck?
But I said this at the start of the year. Tampa Bay's doing the St. Louis routine.
Hey, man.
You can't be first and win the cup. It
Well,
doesn't work.
If they're gonna take any fucking info that they got last year, is it's not good to clinch a playoff spot like a month before the playoffs.
Yeah.
So, you know, play it well the whole year. Don't play really, really good and then take your foot off the gas. And that's the thing too. That's like such a big mental thing, and it's not just mental for a few people. It's that entire team has to keep the same mentality going through maybe that time of year where you're clinched and you got nothing to worry about. How do you keep playing the same way? And like that's how we've seen most of the teams last year that did really well in the playoffs were teams that were fighting through getting into the playoffs, like Colorado,
St. Louis.
St. Louis. San Jose was fighting the entire way through,
San Jose was
trying
fighting-
to get
yeah.
top spot, trying to beat out the Flames,
yeah,
right?
that's true.
The Flames eventually got that big lead. It was like, what, 8 points or something?
Yeah.
Took the foot off the gas. Come into playoffs not playing the way that you should.
Well, it was Carolina last year too, right? Fighting for a spot and then
Yep.
going what?
Columbus.
Second round, Columbus. Yeah.
Sweeping the first season or first series against the top team in the league.
Oh yeah, and then
right?
that was unbelievable.
Against Tampa. It's just like that is the difference right there.
Sweeping Tampa.
I wonder if we get to see that much crazy shit happen again this year. I feel like crazy stuff happens every year in the playoffs, but last year was just special for weirdness.
And that's why it's
And
the
upsets.
Stanley Cup final.
I fucking love it, man.
It's awesome. It is the best
Nothing's better.
tournament, in my opinion, in the world.
It's such a good
You can
tournament.
watch FIFA soccer, and yeah, it's like 35 days long because there's like 2,500 teams. No, there's like 250 teams, whatever, 70 teams. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's entertaining. I totally get it. But imagine if every one of those teams had a best of 7.
Well, and imagine if every one of those teams were very similarly matched.
That's
Not like here's Brazil and fucking Spain and Germany, and then here's like fucking Kazakhstan or something. It's like that. The parody. We've talked about that
no,
before.
that's true. Yeah.
But like the parody of the NHL just makes the playoffs unbelievable
Like in
these days.
I've heard a lot of other people from different countries go, "How can an 8 seed beat the first seed?" Well, that's not how the NHL works.
And that's the beauty of it. All you have to do is squeak into that last wild card spot.
With
You
momentum.
can make it happen, man.
Yeah.
Everybody has a clean slate. Basically, playoffs is just clean slate. Now you have all these teams that are the best teams in the league.
Yep.
And it's not, there's some best teams in the league. No, there's 16 of the best teams in the league. So, like we saw last year, Columbus can fucking beat Tampa Bay 4 games in a row. I don't think Columbus is doing it this year, but hell, they're only 2 points behind Tampa right now.
Yeah.
They're also minus 12 in goal differential. Wow.
Oh, that's perfect.
But yeah, you know. I don't
Other
really
than
know
that,
what
yeah,
else.
it's been a pretty entertaining to the season so far.
Fuck yeah.
I know we're gonna have a much bigger episode coming up with the Thanksgiving coming up here.
Yeah.
A
Yeah,
much-
get some
much bigger
predictions going and
breakdown.
shit.
Yeah, it'll be.
We'll do our what we did like a dark horse team last year. We should
Yeah.
do that again.
Yeah, we'll definitely do that and then keep track of it.
Yeah.
Um,
I was the only one that was right last year, wasn't I? Carolina, baby.
I said Vancouver. They just missed, but they were there. They were fighting ninth all year.
If I think they probably make the playoffs this year.
Well, look at
The way it's going right now, anyway. That's the thing about
the whole Pacific can't make the playoffs.
Yeah. Oh, fuck. Hopefully we don't get a fucking turtle derby again. I don't want to see that shit. That was just, like, depressing in a way.
Like
Someone just take control of it.
because do you really see San Jose staying in 7th in the Pacific?
Probably not.
Like if you
But-
if you really quickly go through this list: Edmonton, Vancouver, Vegas, Anaheim, Calgary, Arizona, San Jose, Los Angeles.
Yeah.
Which team's going to fall out to get in playoffs? For
Or get which team is going to get in.
like, it's I don't know. We're gonna have to break this down in a couple weeks because
Yeah, we will. Definitely.
we need a couple more games to play here because it's
Well, because this is, in my opinion, this is the time of the season when actually stuff starts happening the way it should. You know, all the teams are coming out of their early season struggles or maybe excitement. Like Colorado went 8-0. Then, what's it called? Dallas went 1-7-1.
yep.
Everything is coming back into the fold of reality, basically. Even like, I don't really know much what Chicago's done this year, but that's about where I expected them too. Minnesota, where I expected them. LA, where I expected them. The rest of the teams, though, yeah, you're right. I don't really know. San Jose might pull it out,
Like
but God, they've been pretty bad
they've
too.
been pretty
What
bad.
the fuck's
but
going on with Eric Carlson? Holy shit, dude! Dude's like minus 14 or something, and like playing like garbage.
Like, do we really
But
see
we'll see.
Anaheim staying there? But
That too, right? But Anaheim's turned their system right around too. Another weird team going
But-
on.
yeah. Anyway,
Oh yeah. We'll be back in a week. Yeah.
Oh, I have to literally run to turn this off.
Oh yeah. Run, motherfucker, run.
Bye, everybody. It's going to Jared.
All right, yeah. Thanks for hanging out with us. We will be back in 1 week time on the Friday. We will be live every Friday from here on out, pretty much, for the rest of the season. So thanks for listening to the Bench Boys, and adios.